Ho, ho, ho.
Hey everybody, Simba Sickness here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. I ended up running back out the Big Lots today. You guys remember I was there yesterday, picked up a few titles, and there were a few more other titles I saw while I was there yesterday that I ended up passing on. But today I thought, you know what, I really do want to get those titles, so I figured what the hell, I'll go back and get them. So here's what I got. The first title I picked out was Snake and the Eagle's Shadow. Love Jackie Chan, trying to get all his films. I'm about maybe like 75% way there from getting all Jackie Chan's films. I still have a little bit of ways to go. A couple of those older titles I still need to pick up, still need to find copies of those. But how to get it, love Jackie Chan, glad to add this to the collection. And then I picked up G.I. Joe Resolute. This I've heard great things about. This gets excellent reviews online. Apparently, if you're a fan of the original series, this is the movie to watch. This movie's only 58 minutes. Apparently, it was a bunch of like 7-minute segments they did on Cartoon Network and then eventually put it together to make a movie. But again, from what I hear, this is awesome. I've yet to see it, but I definitely look forward to checking this one out. And the last title I picked up was Showtime. I actually bought this a few months back at a garage sale. I got it for like a quarter, but unfortunately it was the full screen edition. But I figured for a quarter, the hell with it, I'll pick it up. So came across this today, it was only $3, figured I'll replace my full screen, get the widescreen finally, so I had to grab it. So that's it for what I bought today, so now on to what I watched. And the first holiday related title was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Alpha's Magical Christmas. Holy hell, this was awful. This was bad. I mean, really, really bad. And I've been really getting into Power Rangers lately. And at least with their Halloween special, Lord Zed's Monster Heads, it's just a like a clip show, and you get to see a bunch of pretty decent Power Ranger battles. And I love that. This features the Power Rangers for a whole 30 seconds, and it's just like 3 of them. 3 of the Power Rangers show up at the end, kind of wish Alpha happy Merry Christmas, and then they go away, and that's it. The rest of this, though, how long is this? This is really short. 30 minutes, approximately 30 minutes. I don't even think it's that long. So a half-hour Christmas special that features Alpha just basically doing nothing. It's Alpha. He misses the Power Rangers, and Zordon transport some children from around the world to come and celebrate Christmas with Alpha. They just sing Christmas songs and do Christmas things like, I think they make some cookies and like wrap presents and crap like that. And that is it. It's basically just Alpha and a bunch of kids singing songs the whole time. That is the entire story. There isn't even a story. That's just the entire special. That's it. They don't do anything, and it's just so bad. And then at the very end, the kids give Alpha a present. Guess what the present is? Love. Yeah. I literally smacked myself in the head when I saw that. When they're like, I think they said something like, we're going to give you something that like lasts forever and never runs out. And Alpha's like, what is it? And they go, love. And I was like, holy hell, you've got to be kidding me. So I love the Power Rangers. I've been really getting into them recently. Again, as I said many times, I never watched them as a kid. I was a little bit too old for them, but now I'm really getting into them. Absolutely love the Power Rangers. But this is garbage. This is really bad. If you're a Power Rangers fan, everything you love about the Power Rangers, well, is not in this. Again, it doesn't even feature the Power Rangers. They're in it for about 30 seconds, and you only get 3 of them. That's it. So, just, I don't even know where to go. It's just really, really bad. Do not see this. I do not recommend this. This is just pure garbage. I don't know why they made this. I really wish they would have done something like Lord Zed's Monster Heads, where it was just a clip show of the Power Rangers battling some monsters. If they would have done something like that, but maybe like sort of somehow around a Christmas theme, then that would have been pretty cool, I guess. You know, I could have lived with the clip show, but for just Alpha and a bunch of kids from around the world singing Christmas songs, doing nothing, it's a waste of a half hour. So definitely do not see this one. And the last holiday related title I watched tonight was The Santa Claus. Love this movie, big fan. However, I've seen this movie about, I don't even know how many times, at least 100 times. I've seen this movie so many times, but this is the first time I ever watched it thinking about that I was going to review it. And in doing that, I realized this is one of those movies that just kind of goes, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. Everything just sort of happens. There's no real build-up to anything in this story. And I really never noticed that before. I just sort of watched it and enjoyed it for the story, but I never really realized that everything just kind of happens. There's no build-up. And that kind of bothered me this time watching it around. I mean, hey, first of all, when Santa Claus dies, Tim Allen yells, "Hey, what are you doing?" And Santa Claus falls off the roof. Okay, that's the first problem. Again, it just sort of happens. It's like, just boom, Santa's dead. That's it. Like, I mean, I don't know how they would build up to that, but it just sort of happens. And that's kind of weird. But it also makes me wonder, did Tim Allen kill the original, the original Santa Claus? Or does this happen all the time? Does Santa die all the time and just keep getting replaced? Did Tim Allen kill Santa number 1, or did Santa kill Santa number 101? Who knows? They don't ever tell you about that. They just kind of skip over that. Then all of a sudden he just starts putting on the weight, like, really quickly. They only touch on that a little bit. He for a while there, he doesn't believe. He's like, "No, I'm not Santa Claus. That was all a dream. Never really happened." And then just boom, now he starts thinking, "Oh, I am Santa Claus." So they don't really let things you build up enough. I mean, they try to do it a little bit. I guess, I mean, what is this, an hour and a half long, I guess? Yeah, 97 minutes. So I guess they had to work with how much time they had. But this probably should have been maybe like a 2-hour movie instead of an hour and a half movie, and just built some things up a little bit more. Because you could tell they were trying. You could tell they were, trying to show him putting on the weight and him becoming Santa Claus and stuff. But, it just sort of happened. It didn't feel like it was really evolving, or at least that's how I feel. So everything just sort of happened in this movie. At the end, when the stepdad and the mother, they end up, believing in Tim Allen, it just sort of happens, all of a sudden they kind of look at him and go, "Oh, you are Santa Claus." It's like, well, shouldn't you have really done something to prove it, instead of them just like, yeah, I guess they were trying to say, oh, it's like the maybe like spirit of the children were back in the adults, and that's how they could see Santa Claus. I guess, but they could have hit on that a little bit more or something. It just sort of happened. So again, that's my main downfall. My main problem with this movie is that everything just sort of happens. There's not enough build up to anything really happening in this movie. But besides that, it is a good movie. That it can be overlooked because it is just a fun, family-friendly Christmas movie, and it's a great watch. It's definitely one of my favorite Christmas movies. I love the entire series, actually. Santa Claus 2, and Santa Claus 3 are all great movies. I'll be actually watching 2 and 3 coming up next. They're all great movies, and I do love the Santa Claus. I would definitely recommend it. But like I said, now that I've thought about reviewing it, I sort of realized that things just sort of happen, and that was a little... I don't know, I just wish they would have, again, drawn it out a little bit more. Maybe made this a 2-hour movie instead of an hour and a half movie. It might have worked a little better. But still, it's a fantastic movie. I would definitely recommend it. A great Disney title. Definitely check this one out. So that's it for what I bought when I watched today. I was certainly glad I decided to run back out to Big Lots. The G.I. Joe title and Showtime, they had a couple of those in stock. They had maybe like 10 of those. So if I would have gone back next week, they still would have had some. However, Snake and Eagle Shadow, they actually did not have any more of those. That was the only one they had. So if I would have waited next week, it could have been gone. I would have been pretty mad about that. So definitely glad I decided to run back and get those titles. Got those for pretty cheap. I think they were $3 a piece, so not bad. Also, unfortunately, watching that Money from Power Rangers Alpha's Magical Christmas special, that was horrible. I just can't get over how bad that was. I literally wanted to poke my eyes out while watching it. It was just so overly cheesy and just so overly pointless. So don't check that one out. But the Santa Claus, that made up for it. Yeah, the movie things just kind of happen. It is, pretty quickly paced, but it was a great movie. I love it, and I would definitely recommend it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what I bought and what I watch tomorrow. See ya.